work on it, tighten it up a bit. I was getting all the wrong gears, but drove very nicely. I didn't put any speed in it. Brakes seem to be very good. Power steer's a little bit hard after a while, so I think we need to just check the reservoir and see what the levels are on there. But overall, fantastic first step. Let's get us back on the road. Cut the top. We've left it attached in two places here. They're going to act like hinges. Reason is, then when we fold it back, it'd be in the right position. Now, hopefully, the baffles are not attached to the top of the fuel tank, which I don't believe they are. And now he does this, he finds out they actually are attached. Camera off.
Suboptimal.
There's a load of baffles in there, like enormous amounts. We knew there was going to be a couple going across it, because you could actually see it from the inside here of where the fuel sender was, and through the filler neck. But we didn't realise how complex it is. So there's actually baffles running all the way across and all the way to one side. So we're going to take out 5 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just with the pen, I'm just drawing an arrow on it, which means it's pointing towards the filler neck. Okay, which isn't a problem. So I've left little bits of the surface uncut, so it's acting like a hinge. So when we, hopefully, come on, come to Papa. I need to come upwards. I might have to get some picks on these. I think this one might work quite well. I don't think any of them are going to work quite well. Come to Papa. Okay, I'm going to get a pick, and then we'll pick those and we'll bend them up, and then we will see what's inside the tank. I'm with water at the moment, which we will drain out, and then we'll see how bad it is after that. Right. Top of the tank's not too bad. What's down in there, I really don't know. So what we will do is pour this all out. I said there were things growing in it, and you probably didn't believe me. Shall I get one out? Go on. You probably can't hear me over the What is that? I don't even know what that is. It's like... Right, you ready for this? I think there's actually one of the measuring sticks inside of it. To pressure wash it, try and get some of the gunk out and see what's behind it. Yeah, not a nice job. Right, that was a horrible job. So we've got some good news. The actual inside of the tank's not bad at all.
It's really come up quite nice, actually.
So with just a lot of sediment, I think, in there. Yeah, there's a few little bits of rust, but we've got some nice tank cleaner, sort of an acid bath we're going to put in there. One thing I've noticed though is poking down here.
And you see it on this
Can you
side.
see on that
as
side?
well.
Yeah. We've put some high strength cleaning material in there, and that sort of got rid of any greasy residues. But looking inside, right, it's not come out too badly, but if I poke on your side, can you see this coming in and out? It's a stick. It's one of the measuring sticks.
It's got numbers on it as well.
Yeah, there you go. Someone lost this in a tank many years ago.
Look at that.
So it was 140 litres in there, and this is the stick you see that goes down. Well, it won't go down inside of this hole, so God knows what they were doing with it. So this stick goes inside, then you pull it out and it tells you how much fuel you've got. So that is broken, so it's not much use, to be honest. But it's glad to get that out. It's been in there a very long time. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to use some of this stuff.
Looks like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we'll turn this into crystals and you can have some. So this is tank cleaner. So it comes from the Netherlands. And this stuff is just amazing. Okay, I can't really get anything stronger than that because I'm not got a license for owning strong chemicals, but this will do for now. So I've got my rubber gloves. We have to get a piece of wood, Ollie, so we can get the thing level, and then I'll pour all this in.
Let's do it.
On with the gloves. On with the eyes. Goodness me. Here we go. Oh, child-proof lid. That's why I can't get into it. The top off. The top's off. Here we go. And liberally. I resist the temptation to sniff it.
I was going to, I'll be honest.
I know, I just, every fluid I need to sniff. See what I think he's going to do. I'm not going to sniff that one.
It looks like it would smell quite nice though.
Yeah, I think it would smell of popping candy.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I reckon it would taste of lavender.
I'm not sure lavender, maybe...
No. Shall I? No, it's a type of alkali.
Oof.
Looks of it.
So it does not taste like lavender then?
No, you wouldn't keep it down very long, I wouldn't have thought either.
If you did, I don't think it'd do you very good.
Right. So now what we do is we slosh that around, and then we will leave it for about an hour or so, and then we will pour it out, wash out. And then we will use, oh, I can't touch my face, wash all this off. We will wash it out with water and then put compressed air in there to dry it out, and then probably tomorrow now I'll have to re-weld. So it's been completely washed out, and you can actually see that tank cleaner is superb. So thank goodness for that. That's really cleaned it out. We've washed it out, now we're drying it out, and then depending on how dry it gets, maybe later on I might do a few tack welds on it, but certainly tomorrow is just going to weld that tank back up. Gets out. I have to do thousands of little spot welds because if I put too much heat into it, it's burning a hole and dropping it inside the fuel tank, which is just what we don't want. So lots of short bursts, cooling it off with air, and we've got it done. So I'll go over it now, look for the tiny pinholes, mark them with a pen, tap all those up, grind that off, and then we'll put a sealant on top of it that will stop any fuel coming out. So just crack on. Finishing off the saga of the Panhard AML, we've got to put it to one side because we've got the show season upon us and we've got so much to do. There's an Argentinian G-Wagon we need our attention. We've got another G-Wagon here, a Singaporean one that we're going to do something on. We're just absolutely inundated with stuff to do. So what we're going to do is going to move this out of the way, and we've got to load the tank. So hopefully Kobe gets some footage for us showing it driving about. So here we go. fuel tank's in, everything's plumbed in, just put 2 fresh batteries in. Inside's all painted. We're going to give the outside another coat of paint. I know we did paint it about 5 years ago, but we'll give it another coat anyway. We're still making our mind up which turret we're going to put on, whether it's going to be the 90 with the big gun, so it's going to end up looking like this, or we're going to put on, we've got an immaculate 60 turret, so it's going to end up looking like that. Still don't know. The 90 turret's quite heavy, so it makes it a little bit unstable. So I think because it's got a heavier diesel engine in it, the whole thing's going to be a lot heavier. So maybe going for the 60 turret's probably best. So all concluded now. It's going to be put away for a while as we need to focus on other stuff because we're on show season. We've got a lot of other vehicles to be working on as well, but it drives really well, really happy with it. Power steering makes so much difference. So we'll catch you up in the next vlog in which we will finish off the inside and we'll be putting on the turret.